Hey guys, welcome back. I will see you tomorrow, but I wanted to take a moment to do one more video before we see each other again to share with you some tips and tricks for child's pose. Child's pose is called the universal resting pose, which is lovely enough, and it may feel restful for some, but it's also quite challenging for many of us. So I'm actually going to show you quite a few different ways to do child's pose today. The benefits of child's pose are numerous. It's really amazing to stretch out that low back if you tend to have low back issues. It's also really good for the ankles and arches, but can be challenging for those of us who have tightness in the ankles. It's really good for flexibility and mobility in the knees, provided there's no pain. So you want to listen to your body. And it's also good for flexibility in the hips as well. So what child's pose looks like when we're in a chair is this. We start out the same way that we do in the rest of our poses in a chair. And in this pose, rather than putting weight on the knees and the feet, we're just going to enjoy the stretch in the hips and in the spine. So we'll find ourselves just rounding forward over our legs, and we can do a couple of things. If it feels good to let the head hang, we can let the head hang, or we can rest our head on something like our arms or a bolster. And we breathe here, and we breathe into the back, and we breathe into the hips. And we try to take those nice, long, deep belly breaths. Now, this is true both for a chair child's pose as well as one that's on the floor. If we fold forward and our belly feels constricted and we can't get air in, we can take the legs wider apart. And then this one, we're definitely going to want to have our bolster handy, because we want space for our belly, but we also want something for our head to rest on. And then we breathe there. So if we're coming into child's pose down on the floor, I'm going to show you quite a few different options. Play around with it. You can use sheets or blankets from home. You can use pillows instead of bolsters. Books make good blocks. So there are lots of ways that you can get creative without having to spend any money whatsoever on this practice at home. So the first customization that we might do is to lay a blanket down, and that's going to go underneath the knees. If we know that we're working with tight ankles, we might take another blanket and roll it up and kind of make a little roll and lay it at the back of the mat. Because then I'm going to lay my ankle just over that roll, and my feet don't have to flex quite as far. So that can be helpful and comfortable for those of us that need it. If you don't, that's fine too. Now for others of us, sitting with our hips down on our heels is quite intense. Sometimes it's not possible, but it doesn't hurt. But other times it hurts. And so we definitely want to listen to our bodies if there's pain. If you're here and it's not hurting, that's totally cool. You can hang out here. But if it hurts, then we want to build up enough of the props so that your body can be comfortable. So one option for that is to take your blanket, your other blanket, and slide it all the way up into the knee crease. And for some of us, and it needs to go all the way up in there. For some of us, that's just the right amount of comfort, because it creates some space in the knee so that there's not as much pressure on the kneecaps. So that feels really good to some of us. Now others of us are still here and like holding on for dear life because that's too intense. So some other options are to go a little bigger and to place a bolster underneath, and that can be helpful as well. And then from here, if I was in this and I folded forward, I'm gonna feel a little bit like my head is nosediving down. You can see how much higher my hips are. So I'm probably gonna bring the floor up to meet my face too. So I might use a block, or I might use a blanket. I bring the floor up a little higher, so that then my hips aren't quite so much higher. And I could even come up a little more if I wanted to. But I can rest here if this feels comfortable. Now, even with all of that, if your body says, no way, no how, my knees don't bend that way, my feet don't bend that way. First of all, don't give up that it won't happen someday. Keep trying occasionally. Keep giving your body what it needs, because that's how we grow and that's how we stretch. But for today, if your body doesn't bend that way, we can do a pose called supported seal. And in supported seal, what we do is we lay on our bellies. The bottom part of the bolster comes right at your hip bones. And so I'm gonna lay over the bolster and let the heaviest part of my hips kind of lay off of the bolster. And I'll just relax like this. And I still get a nice stretch in my low back. And I still get a nice bit of relaxation without the tension or pressure on my hips and knees and legs. So give those things a try. You guys are practicing advanced yoga. You're here because you want to learn to make yoga fit your body and not the other way around. We're not here to cram our bodies into pretzels, to cram our bodies into poses that cause injury. We're here to make our yoga work for us. And so set the ego aside. Set that voice that says, but you're not doing it right, or you're not doing it the way that I'm used to seeing it on TV. We're doing what's right for us. So give yourself permission to do that today, this week, and the coming weeks. And I promise you, your yoga practice will treat you so much kinder than if you turn off listening to your body and just do what you think you ought to do. We've done enough of the shoulds and the musts in our lives. It's time for us to listen to us, to listen to our hearts, and to listen to our bodies. And that's how we heal, and that's how we grow stronger. So do that today for yourself. Thank you guys so much for being with me here. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Namaste.